The materials needed include Bunsen burner, your instruments, the PKT2, PKT4, WS7 beaver tail, and a Hollenbeck carver, some wax, matches, 2x2 gauze, and your cast. Begin by taking your cast and looking at the tooth from every angle. This will give us a good indication of how to carve the tooth based on the anatomy that's left as well as the adjacent teeth. Begin by taking a PK2 and heating it in the flame. Then just dab it in the wax until you get like a little drop on the end. And then reflame it really quick so that it leaves the utensil onto another surface. So the first thing you want to do is add a thin layer of wax to the reduced half of the tooth surface. This will give us a good base from forming the rest of the tooth. Continue to add wax on the lingual, the facial, and the mesial, just a small layer, as you can see here. Add wax to the lingual and the facial surface, as you see here, just a small layer. Periodically reheat the instrument in order to move and displace the wax more evenly. Remember, you can always add more and carve it back later. Now we're going to add the contact point. So take some wax, and from the thin layer you already have, stretch it right to the adjacent tooth, approximately where the contact would be. After you have built up the contact, you can add more wax to the lingual and facial surfaces. Specifically, add wax in order to cover up the seam between the non-reduced surface of the tooth and the area where you already have wax. Add wax to the incisal surface, just about to the contact area. You can use the side of one of the PKT instruments in order to smooth out the wax on the convex facial surface of the tooth. Use a gentle back and forth motion to smooth out the surface. You can see here the incisal is being reduced more with the side of the instrument, moving from the non-reduced side of the tooth all the way to the contact point. Using the pointed end of one of the PKT instruments, this is a good instrument to use in order to fill the area of the tooth at the margin close to the gingival surface. Add more wax if it is needed. This is one of the ends of the Hollenbeck carver, and it's a good tool to carve and scrape away the wax. As you can see here, one of the ends is being used to carve the lingual fossa of the tooth. You can also use the Hollenbeck carver to carve the facial surface as well as the incisal surface. Once you have finished waxing your tooth up, take a piece of 2x2 gauze and wet it, and use this and wipe it against the tooth in order to give it a nice shine and smooth out any rough areas. Last, inspect your tooth from all different angles to ensure that the anatomy was captured as accurately as possible. Congratulations.